All right. So he could be suspended for 50 plus games for breaking strict NBA rules. If any of you are defending this, I would love to know what the defense is. Well, Paul Pierce defended it. He said, and let me tell you what John Morant did, which at first I was like not really leaning in because I was like, okay, he flashed a gun at a club or whatever. He had a gun. Okay. He's 20 something years old. John Morant had a gun. Okay. All right. But now I'd find out he brought the gun on an airplane on the private jet that they fly around in, and which is highly illegal. So now they're calling him Ja Warrant on the Twitters, which I think is very clever. Ja Warrant, because he probably will be getting arrested because the Colorado police are investigating him. He also is investigated for assault of a 17-year-old, a young man that he brought to his home and who apparently like hit him in the face with the ball, and then he punched him out or something. And then the kid threatened him. And so maybe they're saying that's why he got the gun, because but it's all going to go under an umbrella that I'm going to talk about in a second. But John Morant is being investigated by the Glendale police after he flashed a gun in a nightclub, and then he like videotaped it on Instagram. Which, why would you do that? Why would you do that? But the NBA rules prohibit a player from possessing a firearm while on team property. He also brought said gun onto the plane that they were traveling on. This is really stupid. The Grizzlies were already just going to suspend him a minimum of 2 games, and now it looks like it's going to be 50. Who's feeling bad for Ja Morant? Raise your hand. Would love to hear from you, because I do not feel bad for Ja Morant. Here's what I feel. He's 23 years old. So I will say, well, maybe he has affluenza, maybe because, he was raised in a decent home. His parents had hopes and dreams for him. He's not a kid from the streets. He's not coming up hard Scrabble where like LeBron, where he had nights at home alone, didn't know whether his mom was coming home. He didn't have any of that. His father actually, who had a budding NBA career, he was semi-pro. He played at Claflin. My cousin Timmy went there. He was a teammate of Ray Allen. His father was a budding star himself, but left because Ja's mom got pregnant, and he decided, I'm going to take care of the family, and he became a barber. But he also spent a lot of time with Ja, teaching him the ins and outs of basketball. That step back jump shot, that's his father, T. Taught him how, bought tractor tires for him to practice jumping with the soft landing. I mean, he really groomed this child to become the superstar, and he is a superstar. He's fun to watch. He's one of the most electric, amazing players in the NBA. And at the same time, he's completely dumb. This is the dumbest thing. This is the biggest blow of a career that I've seen in a long time. Maybe since Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce had a budding career on TV as well, and then he blew that. So maybe it's appropriate that he would comment. But Paul Pierce said, I don't care what y'all say about Ja. I carried a gun after I was stabbed. Y'all don't know what he's going through. What is he going through? Well, we don't know. Everyone got something to say until you really know what's really going on in someone's life when you Black and you rich and you're a target. Okay, yes. There are millions of rich Black people that don't get stabbed or shot or have to carry a gun. So Paul Pierce, he was stabbed at, I think he was 23 years old, in the neck, in the face, in the back, while he was in a pool room of a nightclub in the wee hours of the morning. I'm not going to say that people should not be in pool halls and nightclubs or bowling alleys in the middle of the night or in places in public with people who may be jealous, may have an agenda, may want to test you, may not like you for whatever reason, because maybe you missed a jump shot and they lost a bet. I don't know, but I feel like at a certain point when you're that rich and famous, throw the party in your house. Oh, he did that, Ja Morant, and then got into a fight with somebody in his house. Okay, how about you pick better friends? How about you select? And listen, I don't know, I was young once. I remember you don't listen to your parents and you do what you want to do because you're young and your brain's not fully formed at 23. But there's too much to lose, right? And this was just, I don't know why he thought, but it's the whole him the culture that it seems like he's mirroring a thug culture that he wasn't born into. It's like, you know what John Moran reminds me of? Chet Hanks. You know, Tom and Rita's son, who thinks he's a rapper, who's out there being tough and speaking patois and all, you know, it's a fugazi, you know, facsimile of something that you may admire and like, but that ain't your life. John Morant, this ain't your life. You're not a thug. You're not a gun-toting thug who is in the clubs popping bub and with the gun and the you know, you're not any of those things.